Hi YouTube, and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is a review on last week, which was the 13th through the 19th. I did do somewhat of a setup for this week, but I'll just do like a separate video for that so it doesn't go so long. So let's get into it. If you hear I have something in the oven, so in a little while it's gonna start beeping. So let's start with the Hobonichi. So this is and every time I sit down to do a video, I realize that I still have not changed the outside of this. So that's something that I need to do, change the outside cover. But this is my life book, so to speak. So it's gonna house like all the different things that are happening. In the back, I have like sermons, a space for books. I gotta add another book. I read the second part to that, Under Your Scars. That was so long, but that was pretty good. That was my first time ever reading dark romance. And then a list of like the Lifetime movies and just regular movies that I watch is back here, I believe. Yeah, just regular movies or series is back here. And then I did fill in some spots for the favorites. So let's go to the front. This is April, so this month, each month, if you're new to my channel, each month I track something different. So this month is my steps, and so my goal is to at least get 7,000 a day, and I put a pink highlighter under the times that I did it. So far I'm on a good path. 1 2 3 4 5 8 10. So 10 days so far out of 21, but today's 22. But I didn't log. I think that I at least got 7,000 yesterday, so that's been good. It's been keeping my focus. Next month will be TV shows that I'm watching, so this is just nice. And for the last week, I did not get a chance to write over here yet. I did do this side. This was a very difficult week for me. Yeah, it was super difficult when it comes to just death and loss. I do want to show for the week of the April 6th through the 12th, I did do a like junk journal kind of situation, and I thought it'd be fun to just collect because I haven't really used any of these pages, and this is a mega, so I wanted to do like a junk journal page for that week. And so I just collected the things that I had or did, and I thought it was like so cute. But yeah, and then I'm gonna fill in some facts and stuff about here. So that is my Hobonichi weeks. Moving on to my Bloom planner. This is my journal, and I've just been journaling different things in here. I will start off with the month, and this is April. So each month I do for the monthly spread, I do sort of like scrapbooking along the way for it. So I might put pictures, different things like that. So I made s'mores for the first time ever. Me and my coworkers did it for our meeting that we have weekly, and that was pretty cool because everybody did something different. So I did that. I had sushi, which I haven't had sushi in so long. I got it from the grocery store, but it was still good. And just documenting some things that happen. Again, you see that like a side note, if you or someone who struggles with suicide, definitely utilize 988. I know a lot of people feel as if 988 is just for suicide risk, you can call there for mental health needs. They will direct you to where you need to go. 988 is something that is, you don't necessarily have to give your name if you don't want to. Hopefully that's another thing that will help someone call, because they don't have to give their name, the address, all of those things, unless you feel comfortable and want to. But if you do want services, like providing them with the area code, the zip code to where you need it, would be really helpful, because sometimes on 988 it is different things like active rescues, it's third parties where it's family members reaching out for a concerned family member that might turn into something. So just keep that in mind. Also, I believe this to be so, don't quote me, but I believe each county has a crisis line or a health department where they can go to get resources for mental health crisis, all of that good stuff. During that time, different counties also have mobile crisis response that will come out as long as they're in the county. So check that out, especially if you struggle with mental illness or someone else does, because suicide doesn't have a look. It does not discriminate, and regardless to the amount of support that that person has, it doesn't mean that they won't do it, and it doesn't mean that they need to be talked about, criticized, or beat down for having the thoughts or even attempting. That's not where healing or help starts. I know it can be frustrating and scary and all of those things. So even if you have someone that comes to you, family, friend, whatever, if you're experiencing it for the first time yourself, if you're on mental health medication and you're having an increase in suicidal thoughts or are feeling those for the first time, reach out for the support. Suicide is a lot more common than a lot of people want to talk about, because it's that thing that's very cringy, especially if you don't know what to do in terms of help. But definitely reach out. So yeah, I think I might do like a video on that. I was thinking about like the other channel that I have, and trying to do that, because it's what I live, breathe. Mental health is my passion, is what I do consistently. So I feel very strongly about it. This previous week, I decided to do scriptures. So whatever scripture that I read, whether it came from devotion or not, I put it down and kind of wrote about it. As you can see, this week was very hard. My best friend lost her grandmother to cancer. I still such a situation. I lost the client. And yeah, so having these things and having these supports are so important. And they mean more than you know. So even if it's frustrating for you and you can't deal with it, try not to shut the person out and like minimizing how they feel, even if it's something like anxiety, something that you feel is not warranted for suicide risk. Even if the person has never had it before and you think that everything is okay and that's not something that they would think about, try to get comfortable with feeling somewhat comfortable with asking those questions. Definitely if you notice any signs that might be something. So yeah, that is all for that. I couldn't go without saying it, because I think it's something that is really just not talked about enough. So this is my Commit30. And this, what have I done since then? Okay, I need to take that down a little better. Since then, I just added, since the last time, I don't think I showed you all when I added, those are like my favorite Converse. So I put those in. Put this in that I got from Instagram. A mom who is exhausted but stays up late anyway, since it's her only opportunity for kid-free time. That is so me. And let's get into the month. So this is April. As you can see, I did not do so good with the 30-day challenge. I realized these are Friday and Saturdays that I'm actually decluttering. So I probably should have chose something different for the monthly thing to commit to. Yeah, needless to say, I will not be getting that floor mat because I'm not going to reach my goals. And this is what the month looks like. I added some more things, I believe, from the last time that you all saw it. And I thought this is just so cute. It's so like relaxing. I'm really enjoying the green. I have some monthly to-dos that I need, appointments that are in. And then this is the past week. I didn't fill in those two. Up here, I'm tracking at least 7,000 steps a day. You know what? I think I got that from here. I got that from the monthly for here. So this is the 18th. The 18th, it was 7,641. 19th, 4,943. So I have that. I just need to add my sleep schedule for then. I did not do well with any relaxation things really. And I ate a lot out, as you can see. 1, 2, 3, 4 days that I ate out. I don't remember those that was left over. So just looking into the week, I did not get a chance to really fill in anything on the side, as you can see. I kept a sticker. I kept the sticker, but I don't know where it's at. I kept a sticker page from one of the books because I was trying to use the whole thing. So I kept the page. Where did it go? Yeah, now I don't know where it went. But it was from a Walmart pack that I got. So for the week, I would say I got about 3 days of good rest. Considering I typically sit at 4 hours, 4.5 hours. In terms of what I did, so this previous week, I tried to break things up by putting work to-dos and home to-dos. So work, it went well for the most part. I scratched out the 2 days that I wasn't working. Friday, I didn't do documentation. I didn't do that because I ended up leaving early on Sunday. So I didn't do a lot of that. I did get my sticker. I put down I'm grateful for my savings because I didn't feel too stressed about taking it out of money that was already in my pocket, so to speak. I was able to go to my credit union and get my sticker from there and just got it from my money there. And I put a clouds and thunder because we've been having so many thunderstorms, so much storming until it's been a lot. As far as everything else during the week, and I have wrote some things in pencil and just forgot to erase them. So as far as the home, I did do some tidying, vacuuming, things of that sort. Wednesday, as you can see, try to figure out a solution about the ants, and I did work on that. I only had ants about 6 years ago. It was one time, one and done was able to get it. They were coming in by the window, was able to get that fixed. Now it's like small ants. I did put boric acid down in some places. I already know the precautions around boric acid, which is what I've been following. And I've used some ant spray, but now it's like and they were the little baby ants, like the small ants that are hard to really step on and get. So then within the last few days, I now have the flying ants, and I'm not sure if it's because of the rain and the amount of rain that we've been getting. And I think that the ants are coming up through the drain and they're only in the bathroom. So my friend told me to use baking soda and vinegar. So I did that the other night and it seemed like it almost brought them more. So I closed the drain at night so that way I don't have them. My mom has had them in her place. So I don't know. Ants is, if you have dealt with ants, then you know how I feel. I already feel a certain way about creepy crawlers anyway. So this has been very difficult to say the least. As far as everything else, still did some cleaning. I made a list and was logging my spending from my tax money as well as figuring out a plan moving forward. And I think I got that together. So we will see how that works out. I really want to focus more on my finances and just being, a better steward of my money. I am going to end this video because I always say I'm not going to go long, but I went long. I hope you guys are doing good. Don't forget to be gentle with yourself. Be nice to yourself. Be kind to everyone, including yourself. And just, just take each day as it comes as much as you can. I know that that's very difficult, but don't be afraid to ask for help. Don't be afraid to give help. Don't feel like the help that you give is not enough, especially if you can't give anything financially. But sometimes just a smile, just a call, just a text saying, hey, I'm thinking about you. Sometimes you can even make a dish for somebody and it would mean the world to them, or just talk with them for 5 minutes on the phone, or sending a really funny video, something like that. Just be kind to one another. I think it's going to go a long way now when so many people are hurting. But that is all. I will see you all in my next video. I hope you have an awesome rest of your week.